Hey guys, it's Gail with Everything Nash backstage with two members of Diamond Rio. Good to see you guys.
Good to be here.
Hello.
So, how are we feeling about our country music cruise experience?
Great. I'm not a big cruiser, but I got outvoted by my partners here and their wives, and I'm here with a smile on, and I get off tomorrow.
Why are you not a cruiser?
Oh, I think it has something to do with just being cooped up, or I don't know. It's a phobia, maybe. I have no idea. I love the people, and I love the music, and all that. It's just I can't step off and hit a golf ball.
Well, that's true. But what we've been talking about with people is you are with your fans on this cruise. Do you love that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? It's different since we're performing for the fans, but we're also living with the fans. We're eating with the fans. And what sometimes at shows, you can have security and there's this kind of status. Oh, these guys are up here. And, there's this weird thing with fans and security and shows and stuff. And that all goes away on a country music cruise. And so we're in Key West shopping around. I ran into this Gary, he's retired professional baseball player. Fascinating. Had this incredible,
Right?
Yeah, he knows Maddox. I told him the whole Greg Maddox thing with, with the deal, And so anyway, it's really cool.
Okay, well, they love having you. And we were talking off camera about your performance, which was the first night. Y'all, that was unbelievable. The bar was so high. Talk about fans that have been engaging with you for over 30 years now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've been very fortunate to have fans who have stuck with us from day one and actually raised their children on our music, and we see that now, and the internet's been incredible. And we see them on these cruises, and when we come to their area, they come to see us every time. It is I don't know that we really planned for all that, the longevity of all this, but I think that's a very unique thing to country music, that they once a fan, always a fan, and it's just, and true fans, they know all about us and about our music, and it's not that weird that we would have relationships and have built relationships with lots of our fans.
Yeah, and one of the things that's special for the artists when we come on these, we've done 3 cruises, 4 cruises.
This is our fourth.
This is our 4th cruise. On this particular cruise, because of the lineup of artists, it's like you've got a family that showed up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the camaraderie from the artists, along with, nobody's like hiding from fans and stuff like it. There's such a great melding. And I'm having more fun on this one just because I showed up with tons of people I knew, great artists, love the music. We just watched Jimmy Fortune this morning.
Amazing.
Like this
amazing.
bell-tone voice after
Yeah.
all this time singing is incredible. Watch the Malpas Brothers, and I'm trying
Also
to catch
amazing.
50 Shades of Hay every day. So
Because they're also amazing.
Yes.
And you guys are amazing. When you started your band, I think it was 34 years ago as Diamond Rio.
It's Diamond Rio, 36 years ago, actually.
Could you have
90.
imagined?
Who's counting?
Who's counting? I can't math. Could you have imagined this now, so many years later, so many fans still singing from your very first Meet in the Middle single?
No, I mean, we were having a hard time imagining making it the next 6 months without having to break up and do something else. To be quite honest, our dream was to get a record deal and maybe get chart singles. And instead of just we were all musicians and had been making a living playing music beforehand. And some of us may not have ended up doing that, but I think most of us would have. And in some other way, shape, or form, it's kind of what we do. But that is once it went, had a single go number one, then and you win all these awards. I remember Jimmy and I sitting in the hotel room after the first ACM, going, kind of a letdown. He's sitting there in the bed.
It was a sad
out.
B picture from an old black and white movie with the artist and his award and the half cowboy tuxedo with the jeans and thing going, is this really what? Well, it was the journey. It turns out I didn't know I was a cliche. I really love the journey. I like making the records, the writing the songs, doing all that stuff, and then the thing, of course, I got to work on that a little bit. Luckily, we won several awards.
Yeah.
I'm much better at it now.
Several.
But the reality of that, if you're able to make it through, it's about the journey. And the awards come and go, but I don't know, we just feel really blessed to be able to continue to do it. And at this point, yeah, it's you almost feel like you don't want to brag about it too much because somebody might find out like you're getting away with something you're not supposed to.
But you guys also, I was shocked. You guys sound the same. Like, I mean,
Well,
you've
that's the
gotten a
same
few years
players.
older, I assume, because I have, but you sound the same.
It's the same players, same instruments, and for the most part, it's not all the same voices. Gene is gone, and so Carson's taken his place. But I mean, we have just been blessed to be around long enough to where two of our guys literally just decided to retire, and successfully so, and they're doing very well, and I think they're enjoying it.
Can we talk for a little bit? You added a female to your band. And she was phenomenal, in case anybody hasn't seen them yet. Phenomenal. Can you talk about that?
Yes, actually, this is Carson McKee right here.
Carson McKee, friends.
Yes,
She's
Carson McKee.
young and new.
Yes,
And
she is.
fabulous.
Yes.
So are we.
So she's amazing. She's amazing. When she came in the band, and not saying anything about Brian and Gene, they wanted to retire. And so when you want to retire, maybe you don't want to be here anymore. Well, Carson and Micah, it's like, oh my gosh, all these new toys. And you got a bunch of old guys that are kind of waking up going, ooh. And I think I've got like a size 11 Carson McKee boot in my butt to go, hey, come on, man, we're going to write some songs and stuff like that. So that's what we're getting with that. And this actually came from, we played her hometown, and all of her family showed up in Carson McKee shirts. And we've done a show back in the 90s where Marty's family showed up with I'm Marty Rowe's cousin. I forget, where was that? Up in Kentucky.
Eastern Kentucky,
Yeah.
at the Ashland, Kentucky.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going off.
Just bonus range during the interview. It's fine.
Yes, that's because I'm on vacation.
Because he's on vacation, friends.
Yeah.
Well, she was fabulous. And because I'm an OG fan, I was like, how is this going to work? She's amazing. And if anybody questions, she's truly amazing.
Yes. So, and then we've got Micah Swinesberg, who's our new drummer. And Micah came on, and we didn't realize that he was an unbelievable technical guy. So any of the video that you saw behind us, that's Micah and Willis, our light guy. And Micah has produced and directed our first music video since they both came in, The Kick, an instrumental that we did. And so,
which was phenomenal.
Really, this guy's got deep shots, and he's a big old boy. He's about 6'5", and we lays a mid on those drums. It's just, they're hollering ouch. It's amazing. So we're in a good spot.
You are in a good spot.
Yeah.
Something I thought of when I was watching you guys that I don't think I ever really registered. Your faith is so much a part of your music. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that we I think wore on the front of our T-shirt necessarily. We try to let our walk be more loud than our talk. But it played a role in all the material we chose. We just wouldn't choose to do some traditional subject matter for country music, at least during the 80s, 70s, and 80s sometimes, and just wanted it to be about positive things, fun and the positive side of relationships, not the negative. And then we got the opportunity later to kind of do that a little more forward with a gospel project called The Reason, and won a Grammy with that project, and Jimmy was the spearhead of it really, and just wrote from personal experience, and it really was very, very it was a healing process for me, and it was just that was just wonderful. But yeah, God is what we're about before Diamond Rio, and we're thankful to say that Micah and Carson have carried on that tradition, and we don't make any apologies for it, but we're not trying to cram it down anybody's throat. It's a wonderful life.
Yeah, we've been able to successfully have a career without drinking songs and without cheating songs.
Amazing.
And a lot of that has to do with Marty. And it wasn't like a really hard projection of morality, but getting pitch songs in Nashville and stuff meant this is a smash. You know what, guys? my parents are going to hear this.
Mhm.
And that was the barometer that Diamond
Yeah.
Rio used. Marty Rowe's parents are going to hear this.
I
And
love
I'm
that.
not going, don't want them to hear me singing this.
I'm not gonna do
And,
that.
and you know what? It was a perfect threshold for us.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to let you go because you have other things to do. What can we expect in 2025 from you guys?
We are working on a new old song. Jimmy and I wrote a song about 10 years ago when my daughter left for college, but it happened to be in Australia. And I was pining. She was my oldest, and just really scared for her, excited, scared for her. She was going to start in the praise and worship music business in Sydney, Australia for Hillsong. And it is as far away as you can go without getting closer again. And I always kept saying she's on the other side of the world. And, every time I would call her, she would be either getting up or going to bed, one or the other, and I would be doing the opposite. And he had this idea to write a song on the other side of the world. And we wrote it and nothing happened with it. And now we have a 25-year-old girl where a father-daughter duet makes sense. And so we did it. We're cut it and it's mixed
Yay.
and mastered, just about ready
Oh,
to
I'm
come
so
out.
excited.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, we're going to keep track with you guys. Thank you so much. Always
Bet.
good to see you.
Thanks, you.